Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Mr. Tempest, we've heard some of the witnesses today criticize the administration's emphasis on cooperative federalism, implying that cooperative federalism will diminish or eliminate the EPA's role in controlling pollution. Is this how you understand cooperative federalism to work?
No, sir. I mean, EPA has a significant role in first establishing the rules. It has a significant role continuing and being able to investigate both civil and criminal violations, pursuing resolution of those cases. But it, as the name implies, cooperative federalism also involves a substantial and robust and important role for the states.
So the EPA's role is not eliminated, is it?
No.
And in these bad cases that we were just hearing about, the EPA can take action. Isn't that true?
I don't know the specifics of those cases, but generally, as a general matter, yes.
Well, it was interesting because I was listening, and it was, 3, 4 years. So obviously, it's not something new that has caused those problems that were just mentioned. What do you think the benefits are of the EPA's enhancing its collaboration with state and tribal partners to enforce the environmental laws?
Well, I think you get a variety of things. One is EPA does have a level of expertise that it can, by working with the states, transfer to officials in those states as to the best practices for inspections, as to particular areas of concern, as to what the regulatory requirements are overall in discussing and making sure there's a clear understanding of those. So I think, on the one hand, that you get that. On the other hand, I think part of what undermines all federalism, cooperative or otherwise, is a recognition that often local officials know their communities best. And they have an appreciation for the facilities. They have appreciation for the issues in the community, and they probably have a sensitivity to and a level of contact with those facilities in a more regular way that just makes them knowledgeable and effective in trying to bring compliance to bear.
And in your opinion, how does cooperative federalism help promote a higher compliance rate?
Well, as I said, I think it primarily comes about through drawing on and making robust the capacity that the state has, those officials who are in their communities in a regular way, and making them effective in using all of the tools we've talked about. Again, not just enforcement actions, but inspections, self-report and auditing programs. The effectiveness comes about by making those state officials able to do their work in a sensible way.
And in many ways, I mean, if you have a bad actor, they're going to be bad actors no matter what. But for those people that are struggling in the medium-sized businesses or even in small and large businesses, if they're struggling to figure out, okay, what are the rules here? What do I need to do? If they're sensing, and you correct me if you think I'm wrong, if they're sensing that there's a no-win, and if they, even if they try hard, they're not going to succeed, and they're going to get fined or penalized, it just becomes an adversarial proceeding. Whereas if you're trying to help them, say, look, if you do it this way, things will be better, and we're not going to fine you, doesn't that get more cooperation as well? And isn't that part of what the EPA is trying to do right now?
My sense is that's part of what they're trying to do, and I would say, just as a general matter, for some of those, as you say, smaller entities that don't have necessarily the staff and the sophistication, they're trying hard. They want to follow the rules. Sometimes they can be quite complicated. And there is something to the fact that I think for a lot of folks in that situation, the federal government sounds big and scary. A state government agency feels like a place that they think they can go to and get that advice that they need to get them to the place they want to be, which is in compliance.
Yeah. In my district, there are a lot of people, and I don't adhere to that, but a lot of people have advocated, just will abolish the EPA, because they feel so put down, burdened, oppressed, that they just forget it all. And yet I think the EPA can do some good things, and that's why I support what the EPA is currently trying to do and what you've advocated for here today. I appreciate it very much, and I yield back.